Questions?
Coach, John and you talked about the model of success and how the Admirals coaches, a lot of them move up to the NHL. How much of a factor was that? Was it the #1 factor that you came here?
Well, I mean, just this organization, Paul Fenton and I are good friends. When we were first asked, if this would be an opportunity, just this franchise and looking at the history and the winning tradition that's here, as well as, like you said, developing the players to play at the next level is very exciting for me. I'm not naive. Certainly, I want to get back to the NHL, but I'm in no rush to get there. As a head coach, I know there's a lot of things that I have to learn, that I want to develop in my coaching style and system. I haven't been a head coach for 7 years. I'm looking forward to getting involved in that, but I want to develop just as I want our players to develop. So I'm looking forward to not being in a rush to get out of here. Obviously, Kirk's situation last year was quick, and I mean that's everyone's job here as well, is to develop people, not only coaches and players, but front office people and everybody wants to get to the highest level. So I'm looking forward to that someday, but my goal and our goal as a team now is to be here in Milwaukee and to, like I said, to win hockey.
When this all started, the process, did you talk to any former Admiral coaches like Wayne Lambert or Gordon Noel or anyone, and just kind of see what it's like?
Well, I spoke to a lot of people. I didn't necessarily, I've talked to Lane obviously since, and different people, but I didn't necessarily talk to people before that were coaches here, but I talked to a lot of hockey people, not only about here, but Nashville, the Predators organization, and how they work, how they support Milwaukee, and then just like I said, the city. Just understanding with my family being here, and I've been here a few times over the years. I love the city, and just how everything's run. Everybody tells me about John and Harris and how it's all run first class, and it's run like an NHL franchise, and certainly that's exciting for me.
Dean, you've mentioned family a few times. Who is it in your family, and what connections do you have in Milwaukee?
I've got an aunt and uncle here, and a cousin that still lives here. My other cousin that used to live here lives in San Francisco now. She's here, but yeah, that's my connection here to Milwaukee.
And what do you know about it? I mean, obviously you have connections to here, so what do you like about Milwaukee?
I just love that it's a small town, or a big city with a small town feel. Down to earth people. I've been to a few establishments, restaurants, and maybe pub here or there, because the beer is good here. But yeah, just down to earth, honest, straightforward people, and certainly I hope that's what I'm all about as well.
Some will ask people, like, why wouldn't you just stay in the NHL, where travel-wise here, you're going to be playing a game here, taking a bus to Peoria, getting there at 4 or 5 in the morning. What was your decision as far as coming down to that age?
Well, I'm not. I've done that. I coached in junior for 7 years in the Western Hockey League. Buses don't scare me. I enjoy sleeping on them. I enjoy the time that you have working. You can get a lot of stuff done when you're on the bus. Obviously, the greatest league in the world is the NHL. It's almost stupid how spoiled you are there with the travel, with your accommodations, your meals, all that. I mean, it's phenomenal. But to get to the NHL would have been amazing if you go from an assistant coach to a head coach. But I think you miss a step. If that happened, obviously we would have been excited and taken the opportunity. But just the same as when I played, you go from junior to the American League. You work, you hone your skills, and develop and work with or play with men, and then you can make the next step. It's the same here as a coach. I mean, I think if you miss this step, you may not be as prepared as you possibly can to have success when you do get back up there. So I'm looking forward to the process of developing, as hopefully a real good coach at this level before hopefully I get the opportunity at the NHL level.